The video gonna be about Hawthorne James. You remember him as Big Red in the Five Heartbeats, and he was on Willie D's show. And I watched his interview. Um, Props to Willie D. Hawthorne James is what you call a thespian actor, a real actor, not somebody that they make believe. The guy really got the chops. And beyond Big Red, I've seen him in other things. It's a shame he never got a chance to get that full showcase his range. But what he did on the Willie D show, he gave a much respect to Robert Townsend. He talked about how Robert Townsend fought for him to be his Big Red. Studios wanted Morgan Freeman, and originally Denzel Washington was going to be one of the five heartbeats in the Michael Wright story. You might can say they are a copycat industry because they watched Glory and they thought maybe we can bring that. And much respect to Robert Townsend because I can't see Morgan Freeman pulling off what Big Red did. Different type of demeanor. I've now was that one Pimp the Hustle movie where he did that street role with Christopher Reeves back in '87 on that one, but he not Bible like that. That's not Morgan's strength, you know. He got hustle in him, but it ain't that kind of vibe. And Denzel wouldn't have been a good look because he had just done Mo Better Blues with Spike Lee. So turn around and do another singing type of movie. And Michael Wright nailed it. Now, Michael Wright is an underrated actor. And I think if Michael Wright didn't look like he was about ready to go off on you, and he didn't, because he's kind of like Michael Wright is kind of like a black version of Christopher Walken. Them eyes are intense. And he got kind of typecast because he did The Principal with James Belushi, Louis Gossett Jr., and then, of course, with what's it Brown? What's the movie? Sugar Hill. The one he did with Wesley Snipes and Clarence Williams III. So that one in '94. I think it's Sugar Hill. I think I'm saying it right. But anyway, Ernie Hudson was in that one too. Abe Vigoda was in that one. But the point is, I'm trying to get is that you start to do certain type of roles, and he never got a chance to play a lead brother role. So anyway, Denzel doing that role would have been too much of the same, man. When you getting ready for Malcolm X, so you wanted to kind of, not be typecast. But Hawthorne James was talking about how Robert Townsend fought the powers that be at Warner Brothers to get Hawthorne in the role as Big Red, which he played. So many people now associate Hawthorne James as a precursor to what you saw with Suge Knight and with Gene Griffin, Dick Griffey, Barry Gordy. Black strong arm men who ran labels like a tight ship, amongst others. And Diddy too. You want to throw those in there, cats that were running labels, make you sign bad deals, the late Irv Gotti, etc. You know how it go. So he gave Robert Townsend his flowers for doing it, and also Michael Wright, because Denzel almost was a five heartbeat. I can't really imagine him pulling that role off though. It could, but it wouldn't have been the same as the way Michael Wright did it. Just saying, But probably would have drawn more with Denzel with Troy Byers' character in the role, because Denzel was the end dude at the time, him and Wesley. So interesting. But there's little tidbits that you find out that makes you appreciate, how cats are looking out, and when they see greatness and what belongs, they will go to bat. So just thought I'd take the time to acknowledge that, because that was definitely something that, much respect to Robert Townsend for standing up. The story according to Hawthorne James, that he defended the cast of the Five Heartbeats, because you have to fight at these labels. I don't care, even though Hollywood Shuffle was a success and he had successful working with Eddie Murphy and stuff. You have to always fight. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Shout out to Willie D's for that interview with Hawthorne James. Check it out on Willie D's Live. Hawthorne James is the real one. And respect Robert Townsend. Give that brother his flowers, because you go all the way back to Cooley High with him. All right, I'm out. Peace.